stoßen.
This was not just a battle. This was a battle where every meter of land was bought with human lives, where the name of a city became a symbol of the most extreme courage and horror in the history of modern warfare. For Hitler, the city that bore Stalin's name had to fall, not just a matter of strategy, but of ego and ideology. For Stalin, it must not fall at any cost. He issued a chilling order, Nishagu Nazad, not one step back. Retreat means friendly fire. Advance means enemy fire. There is no third way. 600 German planes bombarded Stalingrad in one night. The sky turned blood red, not dawn, but the flames of 1,000 buildings burning simultaneously. Tens of thousands of civilians who had not yet evacuated ran among the bombs that fell like rain. Soviet troops retreated until their backs touched the Volga River. There was no room to retreat. German generals called it Rattenkrieg, the Rat War. Tanks, planes, and cannons were useless here. What mattered was the courage of a soldier in the darkness of an alley, knife in hand and holding his breath. In Stalingrad, the sun never rose, only dust, smoke, and death. While the Germans fought to seize the ruins from one building to the next, the Soviets were secretly preparing something far greater. 500,000 reserve troops were being secretly assembled outside the city. Out of sight, out of here. November 19th, 1942. Dawn. 3,500 Soviet cannons simultaneously opened fire on the Germans' northern and southern flanks. Within 4 days, the encirclement closed completely. 330,000 German soldiers were trapped inside. The victors were suddenly prisoners. Inside the encirclement, 300,000 people slowly withered away, not from bullets, but from hunger, cold, and despair. The temperature dropped to -40 degrees. Rifles froze. Soldiers died not from gunfire, but from freezing in their sleep. Daily rations dropped from 750 grams of bread to 200 grams, then to nothing at all. The last letter that escaped the encirclement was filled with the same words, "We will not go home. Forgive us." January 31st, 1943. Friedrich Paulus was found hiding in the basement of a destroyed department store. That very day, Hitler promoted him to Generalfeldmarschall, hoping Paulus would choose death over surrender. No German field marshal had ever surrendered before. Paul didn't choose as Hitler had hoped. He raised his hand. Of the 330,000 soldiers surrounded, only 91,000 were still alive when they surrendered. And of those 91,000, only 5,000 eventually returned to Germany, alive. Two million lives. That was the price paid for a city called Stalingrad. Churchill once said, "Before Stalingrad, we never won. After it, we never lost." After this battle, Germany never again seized the initiative on the Eastern Front. The end of the Third Reich began in the cooling of this city on the banks of the Volga River. The soldiers who fought there on both sides were not just fighting for their country. They were, unwittingly, deciding the fate of all humanity. History never screams, it whispers, in ruins, in letters that never arrive, in names engraved on monuments that are slowly forgotten. Make sure you don't forget it, like if this video is memorable, and subscribe because history still has so much to tell.